Well, obviously we started by, I started by writing sort of a general information sheet, and I used some of the things which had been prepared before through Peter Rafferty, and we distributed some of that and then invited people if they were interested to come and have a conversation. I don't necessarily think that that's always going to work, because often people don't think they could make a contribution. So most of the people that I've have on the board are people really that I've tapped on the shoulder and said, look, you know, you seem to be interested in and involved in having conversations about education in more general terms. Would you like to come and have a chat about that? So generally I tend to ask people to write something reflective about what skills or talents or things they might bring to a group like a school board, and then we'll have a one-on-one conversation in my office about what I think the board is about, what it's doing, what its current work is, and if they're interested, would they like to come to, you know, a retreat weekend or a formation weekend and find out. So that's generally how we've worked. People have usually come on board for a weekend, and then if they think, yep, this is the sort of work I'd love to do, they sign up. I think if you're just going to put a note in the newsletter and say, if you're interested in being on the school board, come to this meeting 7 o'clock tomorrow night, you'll never get one. You really have to do a bit of legwork, and you know, some people I've tapped on the shoulder and said, why have you picked me? You know, what have I got to offer? I'm just a mum, or I'm just a something, or I'm just this. So often you can use your classroom teachers to identify people that have conversations with around education. I'll say, look, gee, that parent's got really good ideas about this, or that parent really wants to be involved. And so often I'll use my teachers to put out the feelers about people that might be interested or might be who could come into the board. But I'll also pay attention to it, parents and friends meetings or other social gatherings and conversations with parents, just listening to the way people talk about how passionate they are about education, and then I'll think, gee, that person would be a good person to have a conversation with about perhaps becoming a board member. So a lot of it, you really have to do the legwork yourself in terms of being prepared to put the feelers out and then following people up. But at the end of the day, you have this great bunch of people who really can't wait to come to a meeting. We don't have people who miss meetings. They always want to be there. They want to contribute. There's a high trust in the group. It's a group I can go to and talk to about really anything that's going on in the school. It's a very confidential group, and I think they feel like they're making a really valuable contribution to the life of the school.